This is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space channel. Someday I'm going to do an unboxing where I show you everything that I do with what comes out of that package. The thing is, I don't always immediately do the things that I do with packaging and other items, but these little airbags that are used to protect items when they're shipped, they're real thin plastic. This is exactly the kind of stuff that shrimp and smaller creatures will eat if it ends up, say, in the Gulf of Mexico or part of the floating island of garbage in the ocean. So what we can do, now these 3 bags are still full of air, still in pretty good shape. They can be reused for shipping. But this one, somewhere along the line, became deflated. So I have a lot of people, friends like in the jewelry community, that use all the little tiny Ziploc bags. You may not get a lot of these, but like I had mentioned in a previous video about bug out bags. Put a piece of jewelry in here. Even with your personal jewelry, you know how it gets tangled. You could wrap a necklace in this with a fine chain and then double it over and just put a piece of tape there. Or I could have slit a little tiny slit on one side and made this like a pouch and put things inside of it and then doubled it over, or not, just tape up the slit again. You know, obviously it is recycled material, it is a reused airbag, but if you have customers, they might appreciate that. But you can just use these around the house. I have right now an additional taco spice container that's in cellophane, that the top of it is open, and I've had to double it over because I only used half of it. So I could put that in here and tape it up until I'm ready to use the rest of that spice. There's lots of things you could put in these little bags, but and you wouldn't have to buy the Ziploc bags. The zip is not necessary for jewelry. Jewelry's not going to spoil. Of course, you know, if you want it completely watertight and you want to be sure it's watertight, yeah, go ahead and get those. But you can use some of these for, you know, whatever, and that way they don't have to go in the trash. A lot of people just go ahead and, like, if there's a chain of them, the middle ones like this, they'll just go ahead and put it and reuse it in the packaging. But if one's on the end, or you just don't want to send deflated ones to your customers because it's just, you know, it looks like garbage and it's not serving any purpose, then, you know, tear them off. I love these, that they are perforated and you can tear these off. So if you had a bunch of these and you needed little bags or something, you could do that. And that way that would prevent this from being used several more times before it's put in the garbage. But the thing is, if I take this one and reuse it, and then the next one that's deflated and I reuse it, this will get used twice. So that's saving 2 of these from being bought or manufactured. So if I reuse this for 4 things, I would save this much in supply. So it's kind of a matter of what you want to do. I also have a thing near my refrigerator that reseals potato chip bags. It's got a little heat element, and this could be resealed if you wanted to, you know, not just use tape on it. And actually that would be better for the environment because the tape wouldn't be used. And actually this could be just rolled up. If you're protecting jewelry from getting tangled up, it could just be rolled up and your fine chain in there like that, so you wouldn't necessarily have to use tape every time either. So comment below on what else this could be used for. You could slip, oh my goodness, dare I say it? Let me find, actually got one down here. Let's see if this works. If it's the right size. There you go. You got a slip cover for a postcard or for a sports card. This can be bent over and taped if you want. And there you go. That's water protected from water. So there's all kinds of stuff you could do with these little bags once they're deflated. So just an idea. Have a nice day, everyone. Be nice to the planet.